We are painting a toy. It's not a real person. We are painting a toy, and this is typical.
Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio.
I'm painting on pre-made greeting cards. They have place for the address and for the stamps on the background and watercolor paper. So before we are painting Nutcracker, we have to draw. And to draw it, let's draw a rectangle, long and narrow. About this, long and narrow. Then we divide it in half. This is the middle of the body. We can already draw a little belt in here. And we divide the upper part in thirds, like this. That part will be the shoulders, so we can make it a little bit longer. Let's also divide the bottom part in half. This will be the boots. Separate the legs. So draw the legs, remove the space in between, then add the part of the suit, can go like this. Let's add the face. Let's start with eyes, lines, half of a circle, and then eyebrows, and the eye itself. Mine is a little bit sad. Then small triangle for the nose, and a mouth and mustache. To make the Nutcracker less scary, you need to make the mouth a little bit smaller. If you want to make it more realistic, the mouth can be bigger. I will do it a little bit smaller. Underneath this line, I will draw a rectangle, some teeth, mustache is very important, and it looks like long, big commas. So mustache, other rectangles, you can add this round shape for the front of the boots, and shoulder straps. Again, all small rectangles, always small rectangles. We can add some decoration to the suit, and of course the hat. I would like to make the top a bit rounder, like this, and decorate it with, for example, with some ornament or with some star. So today it's a lot of drawing. Initially, Nutcracker is a wooden toy, therefore I will use burnt sienna, but very diluted one, to paint the face. Just around the face I paint with very diluted burnt sienna. And same for the arms. I can make them slightly rounder and then remove pencil marks. Same for the top of the head, cylinder. I imagine that it will be gold, and for the gold we can use burnt sienna again for the gold imitation, but when I paint it I leave some white areas in between to add the glossiness. And I will also prepare the place in the middle for the suit decoration. I will add a couple of dry brush strokes in the middle. I can even add vertical stripes in here. Let's also draw the star. I just outline the star very roughly, and also add these the boots, tops of the boots with gold. It depends on how you see your Nutcracker. I will go with traditional red, but it can be blue, it can be green, can be combinations of both. I will use cadmium red, and I will start with the suit. So I paint rather bold underneath the shoulders and in between body and the sleeves. I paint a bit bolder. Then I wash my brush, remove water with a paper towel, and soften a bit these paints. And I will do the same on the opposite side. So first bold shadows, then wash my brush, soften it, dry it, and then soften the rest. While this dries, I will take care of the cylinder. Same principle, first bold part on the sides, and I leave some white space around the middle, but it will be more interesting if you shift this glare to one of the sides. Paint around the star. Underneath this golden part, and then wash your brush, dry it with a paper towel, and soften this spot, the glare one, the glare spot. Now we can move again back to the suit and paint it with red, with bold red around this area. And same here, making little bit curvy moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be some buttons or some decoration. And then you paint underneath, the line underneath. So once you split a complicated object into simple geometrical shapes, it's much easier to paint, to think through the details, and so on. Here will be the belt, and let's add the bottom part of the suit. Maybe some ornament around. So I create dotted line around like this, and then I just paint on top. And again, I can wash my brush, dry it with a paper towel, and add a little bit of softness at some spots. Lift up paints if necessary. That will create some movement and extra volume. Now everything dries. Here I would like to add, I think I will use light blue for the pants. Just light blue, and black Payne's gray for the boots. Boots are very glossy, so I paint one line on one side. I step aside, leave big white area in between, and paint the other part. Same with the other boot. Big white line around. And the front of the boot also leaving some glossy area, some white area. And then you can add a couple of stripes in between, make it more natural. This is glossy boots. Black stripe, for it will create nice contrast. I paint bold part on the left, Then with the tip of the brush I create some glossy area, and then again I paint plain, paint bold. You can draw the face with the pencil, or you can try to paint it with the tip of the brush. I will turn the paper so it's more convenient for me. Eyebrows. I will use burnt sienna, just bold burnt sienna, for the details, for the face, to make it less strict, a bit more wooden like. So eyebrows and eyes I will outline with burnt sienna. Same for the nose. And now we can add details. For example, if we paint a C-stroke underneath each button, it will pop up nicely. And making tipping moves with your brush will create nice golden thread, this decorative part. Also we can add a bit more of ornaments everywhere you like. For example, right here. And the belt, let's make it just black and bold. Shadows for the boots. I would like to use burnt sienna. And with the tip of the brush, I arrange brush strokes within this moustache area. It can actually be a bit more, I think can be a bit more darker, like this. Just nice moustache for this guy. A bit of extra layer of shadows. And why not to add some hairs? Just brush strokes, pressing my brush against paper. This is just enough. And now important part is the mouth. I use the same red. To paint the mouth, we just paint the upper lip and the bottom lip with small fine line. Upper lip and the bottom lip. And that's all. I'm not going to paint the teeth. I will keep it delicate with just pencil marks. From now on, you can go more into decorative elements, for example, adding with dry brush stroke, adding ribbons, buttons, maybe some folds, and so on. What I would like to add is the shadow underneath the star, some shadow elements on the both sides of the cylinder, divide sleeves from the body. I would like to add some cheeks, because we are painting a toy. It's not a real person, we are painting a toy, and this is typical for vintage toys. This blush, let's add a bit more here. Some blue spots for the buttons. A bit for the decoration elements. And now our Nutcracker is ready.
Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. I'm looking forward to know what would you like to paint next. And see you soon. Bye bye.